Have you ever felt the pull of the unknown? That whisper of adventure calling you to leave everything behind? I did. No experience, no safety net, just a dream, bigger than myself. So I took the leap. I left the ordinary behind and stepped into a life at sea, a world of endless horizons, high risks and raw freedom. One boat, one mission, to live a life unshackled, to explore the world and to prove that anyone can rewrite their own story. This is my journey, and you're coming with me. So I decided to leave early to the Canary Islands. The boat is all ready. I just need to put a little bit more oil in the engine because I checked and the levels were a bit low. So I'm gonna do that now. I'll let you guys know what I thought of Madeira and what my realization was after my first passage, which I think it was a very big epiphany for me. I think that might be a little bit low. I think that definitely might be a little bit low. I need to buy coolant. I don't have coolant on board. I have everything but coolant. Saying goodbye to Madeira for now. The ocean's calling, so I must adhere to the ocean. I am now in the Canary Islands. When I arrived in Madeira, I realized something which was pretty important to me. It made me leave Madeira and come to the Canary Islands. Why I'm doing this trip, why I left everything behind to embark on this journey. So I'm gonna share it with you, but we are gonna go try to hike this mountain here. I'm currently just north of Lanzarote in the Canary Islands. Oh boy, does it feel good to be on land. Maybe I should have brought Nosy. So, why did I, number one, leave Madeira so fast? And number two, why didn't I record the passage from the Canary Islands here? So what I realized talking to a friend when I arrived in Madeira was that I'm not doing this to explore land. I like exploring land, obviously. Like right now I'm on a hike, but I didn't give up my life to sail the world, to spend my time on land. Like I didn't do it with that finality, with that purpose. I don't know why, but I didn't have any curiosity of exploring Madeira. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is that so I can live on my own terms. I can do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And I sat there in Madeira on my boat, resting after the big long passage, and I realized I don't want to go and explore this place too much. I want to go out. I want to go sail. I want to be on the ocean. So next step on my list was Canary Islands. The next one is maybe Cape Verde, but I'm gonna stay around here for a little bit. So I set sail and I am here in beautiful Canary Islands. That's my boat down there, and that's where I parked my dinghy. If I don't like the land where I'm in, I'm not gonna feel obliged to go and see it just because I sailed there. I sailed there, for me the journey is kind of complete. I can explore the waters around, but for me it's the sailing, it's the spending time in the ocean with nature. For me that's the sole purpose of this journey. So I shouldn't force myself to visit a country just because I stopped in it, and that's fine. I hear people are gonna judge this. Pedro, you went all this way to this country you've never been before, and you're not even gonna go and try their food? It's like, I'm doing it for the sailing. I'm not doing it to explore the country. I'm doing it to explore the world, to explore the oceans, to explore everything, but to experience sailing, the wind. Of course, there are some places in the world that I really want to go to and that I will want to explore, but they mostly revolve around coastlines. And that brings me to another realization that I had, is that passages are hard. They are extremely demanding. Like, the boat never stops moving, right? It's always going forward, side to side, diagonally, getting hit from waves from the left, getting pushed from the wind from the right, all the time, constant movement. We, in our daily lives, we stop, we sit on the couch, we watch a movie. If you want to watch a movie on the boat, you're gonna be watching a movie like this. It makes it mentally exhausting because you don't feel like you can stop and slow down. You reef down the sails at night so that you can try and get some rest by going slower. In the morning you try to open them up so that you go a bit faster. When you do a passage, after a while you want to slow down, you want to stay stopped for a little bit and relax. And sometimes the anchorages that you choose, they are also rolly, they don't have a perfect swell. And I'm not staying in marinas, so I have to abide by whatever anchorages there are. What I realized as well is to slow down the passages. Like, make a passage and then really enjoy resting wherever you are. You know, take that time to just sit and do nothing, to read your book. You don't have to be constantly moving towards something. Sometimes it's okay to stop and rest, and that's part of the journey. We are going to sail south from where we are right now, and we are gonna go to the very, very south of Lanzarote. It's a 7-hour sail. I'm taking it easy all the way to Tenerife, because then if I go to Cape Verde, that's like 700 nautical miles, so that's gonna be like a whole week at sea or more. So I want to take this time to breathe in the Canary Islands before doing that journey. Let's see what this country has to offer. We are sailing again. So this time Headed to a little place where I believe I can kite surf. We are gonna have a nice sail, close haul, so with the wind from the side front. The place I'm headed to is called Rubicon. Oh, Nosy decided to come say hi, and now he's sailing with us. Hey Nosy! Hello! Hi! How are you doing? How are you doing? You wanna say hello? This is it's nice when you're coastal sailing with the wind is just blowing you constant, no sails flapping, it's sunny out, it's so nice. Ha! Right, Nosy? The landscape is just so dark here when you compare it to Madeira. In Madeira it was green, so green, and here it's just, I don't know, it's just like this dark black. I had both sails out for a little bit, and now I'm running with the Genoa again because the winds are just super inconsistent, going low and high, and every time that they go low, somehow the Genoa doesn't like it, so it starts to complain if both sails are up. So now I'm sailing with just a big old Genoa. I want to get there before the sun gets dark because I don't remember the last time I anchored somewhere and it was still light. When I arrived in Madeira, it was already night, and when I arrived in the Canary Islands, it was already night. So I would like to, for the first time in a while, arrive to a location and actually be able to see where I'm putting my anchor. The way I'm adjusting the sails is with this. So basically, for everyone that doesn't know sailing, this line attaches to the tip of the sail, and you use this to adjust it so that it can take the wind depending on where the wind is coming from. And then there is another one like this on the other side if you want to open the sail on the other side. So I started reading this book, Adrift, and there is something here that, I don't know, completely, I don't know, it just makes so much sense. It's 4 lines. I am caught in the sailor's inevitable dilemma. When you are at sea, you know you must reach harbor to restock and, you hope, rest in a warm caress. You need ports and often can't wait to get to the next. Then, when you are in port, you can't wait to get back to sea again. After a few glasses of cold beer and a few nights in a dry bed, the ocean calls and you follow her. You need Mother Earth, but you love the sea. That's so true. The sailor's inevitable dilemma. So we are approaching the mark where I am meant to tack to head to Rubicon. You look here, I came all the way down from up there, and now here I must tack to port to go into the Rubicon Bay. So I'm going to solo tack this baby now, and we are heading towards that, I guess that's a tower or something, I don't know.
as I'm alone, I use the autopilot. The autopilot slowly steers while I handle the sail. Very helpful handyman autopilot is. I need to adjust the traveler to the back so that the sail is more open. And sadly, on this boat, I don't have a rope to do this. So depending if I'm sailing downwind or upwind, I need to adjust this thing so that the sail is optimized, and that causes the sail to be a little bit more open, and it gets better airflow and it flaps less. Passages like these, they are very different than longer passages like the passage to Madeira. They're very, very different. They are short-term, nice, sweet, blissful. It's special. Sailing is really special. Long passages are really tough, and they have their upsides. They get you to destinations that you really want to go to, and they get you to spend time with yourself, which I think we don't do a lot of these days. I think a balance is perfect. Don't you think so, Nosy? Yeah? And it's just sunset, and we are arriving on anchor at 2.5 knots. Still with the genoa out a little bit so that I can quickly take it off and then anchor down without even turning on the engine. There's people sailing everywhere and water bikes. This is like a paradise little place in March, to be honest. Oh my god, why did I even come here? Like